So this is day 11 of the videos I'm making to help raise awareness and understanding of PTSD. Over the last 10 days I've talked about the different elements that go into making up PTSD in terms of people's experiences. The one thing I haven't really talked about yet is complex trauma or complex PTSD, and I'm going to talk about that a bit further down the line. But for now I'm going to be sort of talking a bit more about what's going on in the brain that helps us understand why we're having all these experiences that we have with PTSD. And to understand that, we need to know just a little bit of very basic brain development. And the human brain didn't arrive spontaneously and they go, here's a human brain, all singing, all dancing. Rather, we started with a very old brain going right back to millions of years ago, back when reptiles were the dominant species, and then as different species developed, actually bits of brain kind of got stuck on the front like extensions. And the reptile brain, which is kind of the oldest bit of our brain, it's a very basic brain. It's really just concerned with survival. If we think about reptiles, they were concerned with territory and the 4 F's. So fight, flight, feeding, and the other one. And that's pretty much all they're concerned with. And because of that, because it's such a basic brain, it's also really fast, and it's got a very fast connection to the body. And although we're no longer reptiles, we still have that initial brain structure that is very basic. It's just concerned with survival, and it's very fast in sending messages from the back of our brain into our body. And basically when the threat system kicks off, which is what a big part of this brain is about, it's all sirens. It's a bit like Star Trek when they go to red alert. You've got sirens, you've got lights. It's very hard to ignore, and it overrides all the other systems. And so we started with reptiles, and then we had kind of mammals come along with live birth, and they were a lot more sociable, so we got a lot more in context and nuanced emotions. And then we got the human brain, which is kind of the thinking bit, and that's sort of really been bolted on the front, and doesn't speak very well to the older bits of the brain. So the reptile brain and the mammal brain, they speak quite well together, and then you've got the thinking brain that kind of has a really slow, it's got a dial-up connection basically, it's really slow. The others are on fibre and broadband. And the human bit, when things get all a bit exciting, the thinking bit goes, this is a bit much, and does a bunk, goes for a fag behind the back, and disappears. And that's really important to know, because when people experience PTSD, quite often they have quite fragmented memories and really struggle to piece together what happened. And the reason for that is the bit of the brain that would do all the recording and the coding of memories and the storing, that bit's been really overwhelmed, and it's just gone, too much for me, I'm off, thank you very much, I'll come back when everything's a little bit calmer. So that's kind of some of the problems we get with how our brain's built, is the fact that they don't speak very well to each other. They don't speak very well to each other, and the thinking bit really doesn't like stress and drama, and will just do one. And that brings a lot of problems. I'm going to be coming back to that more over the next couple of videos. So that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.